man. How's my hair? How's my hair? What's up, you guys? So this is episode number 2 of my Extremes in the Fitness Industry mini series. So this episode I'm going to be talking about, of course, the extremes in the fitness industry, specifically social media. Last episode I talked about contest prep diets, extreme diets and things of that sort, and my own experience with extreme diets and contest prep dieting specifically. Today, yes, I will talk about my own experience. So everything, of course it's not a blanket video, so this might not be how everybody sees social media in the fitness industry, but it does seem to be a trend, and whether you want to accept or believe it or not, it does play a role in your overall mentality, not only towards yourself but towards others. So I think it's very, very important to kind of evaluate what you get from social media, especially whenever it comes to fitness and health things. So what we see on social media when you search for any type of hashtag Fitspo, Fitspiration, weight loss, dieting, fitness motivation, gym motivation, anything of that sort, you are going to come across so many different types of people, so many different body types, all these different people advocating certain diets and, detoxes and cleanses and all of these crazy things. And it's really, really hard not to get lost and just overwhelmed by what's healthy and what's not. We normally find our little preferences when it comes to the type of fitness people that we like to follow, the type of bodies that we like to see regularly on our feed, as superficial as that might sound, and the type of posts that we like to keep up with. So you'll go onto a fitness account and you'll follow this type of person because you'll see that they look good. They eat foods that are similar to what you like to eat. Sometimes they eat things that you like to see, but you don't necessarily eat. They'll post workouts, they'll post recipes, they'll post little inspirational quotes. And we find ourselves looking, constantly scrolling through all of these different posts, and we don't realize the effect that it can play on our own journey and how we see ourselves. If you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you think to yourself, I look good today. I feel like I'm seeing some changes in my shoulders. If you've been working on your shoulders, if you've been generally trying just to get healthier and watching what you're eating and making sure you're getting a variety of colors in your diet, you wake up and you feel kind of good about yourself. And then you start scrolling social media. And I can almost guarantee you that within a few minutes of scrolling, something in here is going to change, because you are going to be bombarded with filtered, edited, and precisely chosen pictures of people that are not you, and that are never going to be you. Your body is never going to look like theirs, and that's okay. But we see that and we think that it's something that we should have at this moment. So you scroll through and you'll see this girl, and she's probably 10 years into her fitness journey, and she looks phenomenal, and she posts a picture of her abs, saying, this is what I'm doing with my diet, this is how I look. And just by seeing that little snapshot, you look at yourself and think, why am I not there? And this is so dangerous to our mental health and self-confidence, because we spend our whole time comparing our body to somebody else's. It's completely unnecessary, because like I said, this woman is probably so far along in her own journey. She's got her own battles, her own struggles, her own things that she's overcome. She might be working out 4 hours a day. She might be on a contest prep. She might be on an extreme diet like we talked about in the previous video. You're sitting there, a mother of 3, and juggling getting healthier and helping your kids to be as healthy as possible, and dedicating so much of your time to your family and your job and squeezing in workouts, that's amazing. But you'll sit there and you'll tear yourself down because you don't look like the woman that her life is dedicated to fitness. Just something to think about. Constantly comparing ourselves to others is always going to be an issue, but I think with social media, it's so much more rampant now because there's so many different forms of social media. Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. I don't even know what Tumblr is. Pinterest. So many different forms of social media, and that's not even including magazines and newsstands to where it's a picture of whatever celebrity is trending now, and them without their shirt on showing how they lost 20 pounds in 5 days and how you can look like this too. And it's just overwhelming. And so it's so important, whether you're in the fitness industry or not, to make sure and take time away from social media, to make sure and follow people and pages that are truly geared towards not only bettering themselves but bettering others in the process. So I've done this recently myself. I go through and I'll look at a post, and if this person only posts pictures of abs and glute progress pictures and absolutely nothing to help better their followers, I unfollow them. I have to, because I do that myself. I compare myself to these fitness models, and I'll post my own pictures on my page, but I try my hardest to post some type of quote or something that somebody might be able to get inspiration or motivation out of. And I just hope to God that they don't end up feeling bad about themselves because they compare their physical body to mine. But at the same time, I try and post recipes and workouts and quotes and things of all sort, and I connect with people that comment on my page and that email me or that comment on my YouTube, and I try and encourage them in their own journey and remind them that my journey is not theirs, that they're not supposed to look like me. And with my clients, I try and emphasize positive self-talk and self-love and working on your self-confidence, and it's just something that happens with the journey. I'm doing it less and less over time, but comparing ourselves to others I honestly think it can be one of the most detrimental things in your fitness journey. Because if you're constantly comparing yourself to people that you might look up to them, but if you're comparing your journey to theirs and your body to theirs, you're never going to feel like you're getting anywhere. It's so important to be able to appreciate the progress that you've made and appreciate your journey for what it is and for what you're able to learn and grow from, versus feel like you're spinning your wheels because you're not as far along as somebody who makes a living out of it. And then the last thing that I wanted to cover is, just because somebody looks good in social media and because they look like they have the ultimate physique and the most ripped abs doesn't mean they're healthy. It's very similar to contest prep. Whenever we get up on stage in a bodybuilding show, it might look like the epitome of health because the way that your body is showcased, you see all of the muscles and everybody looks lean and strong and confident and happy. But 9 times out of 10, those people are not happy. And a lot of the time this can be the case on social media. You can see somebody that's incredibly lean and has a wonderful physique, but who really knows what they're doing with their diet, what they're putting into their body, what they're doing in their daily activities and exercises, how their quality of life is, how their relationships outside of fitness are. That might be it for them. They might only be just physical progress. That might be the only thing that they feel they have going for them. And that's so wrong, because they sacrifice relationships and enjoyment of food and quality of life and sleep and their schedule, and their internal health is compromised because they only want to see a lean physique. So it's very, very important to distinguish that. And if you find yourself lusting after somebody and how they look on social media, take the time to really think about what they might be doing to be there. This doesn't mean that everybody that looks good and that is lean is unhealthy. You just have to evaluate what it might take for you to get to that point, and if it would really be worth it to you. If you knew what it would take to get there, and if it's something really extreme, would that be worth it to you? To be able to see abs, but know that you're having to take in 1,200 calories a day? That you're having to spend 30 hours in the gym? For most people, I don't think it's realistic. Hopefully this video was encouraging or helpful for some of you. If y'all do enjoy these, hit that thumbs up. I try and keep them as minimally edited as possible. I do tend to ramble, but I feel like that kind of helps me get my point across, and it's more honest to you guys. You know, it's my honest thoughts on the extremes of the fitness industry. So leave me some comments below. Let me know your thoughts on social media. What are your own experiences in regards of social media? And if you compare yourself to others, how do you get over that and how do you get through it? So let's start some discussions below, and I will see you on the next video.